Glory be to Jesus Christ. Slava Isus Christu. I'm Bishop David with the Ukrainian Catholic Church. We are people of the Eucharist, and towards a renewed love for communion are the themes of our monthly reflections. This month, let's reflect on Jesus' new command: love one another. We last reflected on how the Last Supper and the washing of the disciples' feet are part of one unifying moment, not two distinct actions. We partake of Jesus' body and blood so that we might serve the needs of others. We eat so that we may serve. This month, let us further our reflections of the washing of the disciples' feet, this sacrificial act of love and humility performed by Jesus, given as an example not only to the disciples of his day, but to us, Jesus' disciples of today. Jesus gives us a new command to witness to his love. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you have love one for another. John's Gospel. Yet we live in a world that often tends towards individualism and self-centredness, me, myself, and I, and what's in it for me. Blessed Pope John Paul II put it in this way: how can it be that even today there are still people dying of hunger, condemned to illiteracy, lacking the most medical care, without a roof over their heads? Surely we can do better, and we must. The Church constantly reminds us that we are called to a new way of life, a life in common, a life in communion, where we stand together, families, parishes, communities, one body in Christ, making this world a better place. Let us draw near to the mystical table in fear, and let us purify our hearts to receive the bread which is Jesus' body. Let us remain with the Master to see him wash and dry the feet of his disciples. Let us do the same, submitting to one another, and let us wash the feet of each other, for Christ told his disciples to do this. A quote from the Matins of Holy Thursday. Friends, I often give thanks to the Lord for your kindness and your generosity towards others. You have taken to heart the essence of what it means to be a Christian, to love one another, the new command that Jesus entrusts to us in a special way in carrying on his mystery. For this, I am grateful. Still, there's more work to be done. To be people of the Eucharist is to eat so that we may serve. In other words, the work of the Divine Liturgy of the Mass does not end when we leave our churches on Sunday. It only begins. The work of the Divine Liturgy spills out into the streets and into the homes of our family, friends, and neighbors, and beyond, indeed to strangers in near and distant places. For your homework this month, we have been transformed into the Eucharist and are called to be Eucharist one for another. How can we concretely live this out? I suggest that each time you attend the Divine Liturgy and have received Jesus' body and blood, that immediately upon exiting the church, you seek out one person on your way home. Someone known to you, or a complete random person, and see Jesus in that person and perform some random act of kindness. A simple smile, a hello, a good morning, some money for a coffee or a meal, a phone call to a forgotten friend or relative, and things of the sort. In so doing, you will live out Jesus' command to love one another. You will have washed their feet. We are people of the Eucharist. God bless you.